Okay guys, I got my wire for the wire welder. I got 035 flux core. I've always used flux core with this little unit. It is a Hobart. 110 voltage. I only use this for my light duty stuff as far as like exhaust repair or body work. But I was just thinking, I've had this welder for I'd say at least 7 years now, and granted I don't do heavy duty stuff with it, but it's really been it's been a really good unit. Uh, Never really had any troubles with it, so I would definitely recommend, if you're doing a little bit of at-home repairs, one of these wire welders is a good thing to have. And I only get these small spools. This is a 2-pound spool of wire. I believe I could fit a 10-pound spool in here, but the price is really about the same. You can save a little bit by buying a 10-pound spool, but I never have tried it. I don't use this that much, so a 2-pound spool, it'll last me 6 months. And I'd just be afraid of if I got 10 pounds of wire laying around for a year, I don't know. Stuff could happen to it, so I figure it's just easy enough for me to change out a little guy as it is. That, and if I wanted to switch to aluminum or something, it wouldn't be a big deal. Another thing is this 035 diameter flux core wire I've found to be the best. I used to run 030, but I was having troubles with it feeding. If you have any kind of, like if your tip gets clogged up or something, that 030 would it'd get into these drive wheels and it would crinkle over if something was stopping it. And I think this 035 is I've had a lot less problems with it. And the tips actually seem to last longer also. So that's just one little tip I would share with people. Something I've found to be helpful over time. You wouldn't think that it would be that much difference, but it actually is. Saved me a lot of time. Let me see here. We're gonna have to get the old wire out. And I'm just gonna unscrew the tip here. And we'll pull out the old wire first. Oh, this tip is probably still good, so I'm going to reuse it. Now it's not too hard to change out these rolls of wire. Just gotta make sure you got it pointed the right way. You want it to spool from the bottom into the feeder. And I'm just going to use a pair of vice grips to cut it. Now what I do is I got a lock nut on there, and I just tighten it down just enough so there's a little bit of tension on the spool. Because one thing you don't want is it to turn too freely. Because if it turns freely, then you're going to have a mess of wire all over the place. But these welders they're very simple to use. So I'd recommend it for any beginner, or just if you're doing light duty stuff around the house. Because it's a 110 volt plug-in, so you could literally plug it in anywhere on a regular wall outlet. And using this flux core wire, you don't need any shielding gas. And I've really never had any problems with it. I've opted not to use shielding gas. I think it's just an extra thing to have to worry about. And as long as you got flux core wire, I haven't had any issues with not being able to make a weld stick or a weld not holding. It just, as long as you got your wire speed right and your voltage right, it always seems to make a good weld. Well, I'm gonna have to. Let's see what we got going on. I got a little piece of wire stuck in here. I'm gonna have to go get some needle nose pliers. Yep, see, this is what you don't want, is this wire to unspool on you, because it can make a big mess real quick. So I'm going to have to find a hole on the side of the spool to push it through. So I'm getting ahead of myself. And pinch it off just like that. Okay guys, I can't find a pair of needle nose pliers, but this little wire, there's a little piece of wire sticking out right there. And what I'm gonna do, take my little air nozzle, stick it right there where the wire goes in, and I'm going to blow a little bit of air through there. But I'm gonna close my eyes because I do not want a little piece of wire stabbing me in the eye. So here we go. Did it work? It's gone. So I'm gonna go ahead and blow the dust out of here. Okay. So now we can go ahead and feed the wire in. Gotta make sure I got a good view here. There we go. How's that? Is that gonna work? So, since I had to curl this over, I'll have to recut it, because you definitely, it's not going to feed through unless your wire is nice and straight. There. So, we'll stick her through. I'm not sure what is going on here. It's like we got something stuck in there. What is going on? There we go. So, and it's in. So I'm going to feed as much through as I can easily. Yep, there. I'm going to stop right there because I feel it. I don't want to bend the wire trying to stick her through. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. And we can go ahead and turn the wire speed up so this doesn't take all day. And the best way to do it is to have your hose, well, your cord, as straight as possible. And just let her rip. Let's see how long it takes. Oh, there she is. So, what did I do with that tip? We'll go ahead and stick the tip. Oop. Now I probably got dirt in it. Seems to be a tight fit. Come on. Definitely don't need that. Just because of the way I cut it, the end of the wire is kind of mashed down, so it's a little bit of a tight fit going through this tip. And I'm only going to do this finger tight. I don't really worry about getting it too tight with a wrench. And I'm going to put the shield on now. And honestly, I don't know if having a shield on here is even necessary without the use of shielding gas, but I don't know. I've never tried it without it. I'm sure it would work fine, but I've always just put it on anyways. So we are ready to get back to our project. But there you go, the Hobart Handler 140. It's really a good unit. Once again, I bought this thing, I'd say at least 7 years ago, maybe 8. And I don't really, you can see how dirty it is. It's been used and abused. And I got this little cart with it. It's even got the rack for the tank. So if you were gonna use shielding gas, it would attach right there. But like I said, I don't see a use for using shielding gas. Maybe if you're doing stainless steel or something, but I haven't come across that yet. So, but there you go. This shows the duty cycle. It's got a 20% duty cycle, but and my camera just sucks too bad. You can't see those little numbers. But there you go, Hobart 110 wire welder. The only thing I got wrong with it is my ground clamp, but that's all my own fault. It still works though. Oh, and the trigger handle. I smashed it, probably ran over it or something, but the little button broke off. But you know what? She still works. So, once again, thanks for watching.